Hey, welcome back. My name is Jay Oza. I teach, mentor, and coach people on public speaking so that they can get winning high stakes speeches, whether it's for a job interview, a business or a sales meeting, or even at a conference. Today I'm going to focus on an executive tip. Let's say you're an executive and it's important for you to be visible, not only for you, but your company through employees. How do you do that? People talk about you got to produce content, and I agree with that. People say you got to blog and all that. But there's one thing that you also need to think about is you need to create a content creating culture. And today, one of the best way to create content is through videos, just like the video that I'm making right now. But video can be a pain for a lot of people. They think like, I gotta get a camera, I gotta get an audio, I gotta get lighting, I gotta get all of this stuff. The backdrop, as you can see, I don't even have a decent backdrop. All kinds of stuff. Here's what I suggest you do if you're an executive. You need to create this content creating culture, especially video. And you kind of gonna have to lead it. You can't be the one not doing it. You're gonna have to lead it. Where you want to create content. If you're not the one who wants to create content, I hate to tell you, it's not gonna work. So you create a small room and turn it into a studio where you get some lighting. It doesn't have to cost a lot. You don't need to. The setup I have is very bare bones. I have a couple of lights, a PC, a camera, and an audio, a mic here. That's it. This probably doesn't even cost more than probably $250, I would think, not counting the laptop. It's not much, believe me. But if you got an office and you want to produce a high quality video with bells and whistles, you could spend close to a couple of thousand and you could have a studio. Part of it is make sure you have a nice backdrop, soundproof room, so that the voice projects nicely. And in a company, you can find a small room to do that. And such that you can not only record, people can come in and record, but also you can even do an interview and have this available. And you can create a process where people can sign up for 1 hour and have that access to the studio. But it should be available to everybody, where if they can get in there, they can record. Because you never know what that will do. And you can create a whole process around, but you need that studio that anybody can go in and make it accessible. Don't make it too burdensome where people have to do this and that. Otherwise, nobody's going to use it. The purpose of this is you want people to use it. Perhaps you may have two studios, one more fancy and one just bare bones, so that people can record it, put it on YouTube, and the other one where you want to make it high quality with nice lighting and that. So it's up to you, but get it started. You don't need to really invest a lot. But what this will do is, once you start, some thought comes to your mind, you go in the studio and just turn on the camera, turn on the light, start recording. Then you can edit it or you can have somebody else edit it for you. You can even outsource that. And you've got yourself content. And the more content you produce, this is going to help you. It's going to help you promote your company, your product, and individuals. And also, people will start thinking about it, that everything you do has to turn into some sort of a content that people can take a look at. So if you're a company that's trying to teach people about something, like in my case, I like to teach them about public speaking, and just like this particular tip, the more that's out there, there can never be less of content. There can only be less of content. You can always create more and more content. Let people decide. And once you have enough content, you can then curate it and turn it into different type of an offerings. So don't make it difficult for people to create content in your company. Create a simple studio. Just take a small room that's not being used and create a nice background, get a couple of lights, and make it available so that anybody can come in and record their video, and put a sign outside the door when you're recording it in use so that you don't get bothered. I believe that once you do that, you're going to start seeing people get more engaged at work, and people will develop that content creation culture. And that's what you need, because today everybody's got to create content, not just one department that creates content. Everybody's responsible for creating content. And one thing I do like about what Donald Trump does is, and I know he goes a little overboard, is he tweets. He creates content. Now, some of his tweets are not appropriate. Some of he shouldn't be tweeting. But I think the problem is not that he's tweeting. The problem is what he's putting in those tweets is the problem. I think the idea of tweeting is a great idea. What he can also do is create a video in the morning about what his day is going to be, and then create a video at the end of the day saying, hey, here are the things that I want you to do. I don't know why he hasn't done that. Here's a suggestion to Donald Trump. Create a video in the morning and create a video in the afternoon and make that available on the whitehouse.gov channel or even on YouTube. You'll get tremendous amount of viewers and you'll get your word out to the people. But you got to do that, okay? Like I said, it's not the content that's the issue with Donald Trump. It's what he's putting in that content, all right? So if Donald Trump can do that, you as an executive can also do it. But create that culture where you're creating a lot of content, not only from coming from you, but also coming from the entire company, where anybody can go into the studio and create content and then put it on the YouTube. Now you may need some rules and stuff. What kind of content do you want to put on the company's website? But any content that person is creating, they can always put it on their personal YouTube channel. But the main thing is create this culture. Start with creating a studio that anybody can access and create content. And I believe good things will start happening. Okay? Let me know what you think. And if you're already doing it, let me know how you're doing it, what's working, what's not working. And as always, thank you for watching and good luck.